Okay, here's the power rule for exponents. It really is here, as you can see here. Now this is where you are going to multiply your exponents. Gets a bit confusing. Remember, when we multiply, we add exponents. But this is not multiplying, it's the power rule, okay? Let's just have a look at some examples. I mean, here's a good one here, look. Well, here's the explanation. Here it goes. So this is where you multiply the two exponents. Now, I normally tell my students, if you see one inside and outside a parenthesis, all right? Inside, outside, that's when you multiply, okay? So here's an example down here. 3 squared to the power 4, okay? So look, inside, outside, all right? If you do 2 times 4, you're going to get 8. Again, you keep the same base, all right? Up here, look at this, 8. 3 times 2 will give you 6. Okay, what about this one? 5 base. 2 times 4 will give you 8. All right, so let's have a quick look at this. So remember, this is just multiplying here. Okay, back to the first rule, multiplication. Okay, the product rule. You just add the exponents. There's 2 of them here, there's 3 of them here, you get 5 of them. But here's the explanation for the power rule. Look, x cubed all squared. Well, if I take an x cubed, here we go, x cubed, 1, 2, 3 of them, all right? Now, squaring, of course, means multiply by itself. Okay, so here's another x cubed. So here's the x cubed, but I've squared it, all right? Which means there's 2 of them next to each other. Now, can you clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all right? That's the explanation. The shortcut is, remember, this is where you do multiply your exponents inside and outside. Okay, so let's have a look at this question here. Okay, because the questions get more complicated than that. Right, let's have a look. Right, we're going to multiply these 2 things together, but of course, think of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we have to do exponents first. I'm not going to do any multiplications. I've got to sort this out. All right, so I'm going to do this one first. All right. Okay, now think about it. Everything in here is being raised to the power 2. Everything's been squared. If you want to do this, remember, anything without an exponent, you can write a 1. Might help you. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do this. Ignore this one over here. Ignore this one. Don't just ignore it for now. I'll put that back later. Right. Now think about it. Everything's been squared. Now think about this negative. What's negative squared? What's negative times negative? Isn't that a positive? All right. So I've sorted that out. Okay, I've done that bit. Now then, what's the rule here? Inside and outside. The r is cubed, but it's been squared. This is the power rule. You multiply. That is an r to the 6, isn't it? Okay, I've done that bit. How about this s? Well, if you write the 1 there, again, the power rule says multiply inside, outside. 1 times 2 is 2. It's just an s. It's been squared. Of course, it's s squared. But if you want to write the 1 there, it does help. Right, that's it. I have just done that first one. Okay. Right, let's get some erasers going. There we go. Okay, ignore this one. I've done it. Let's do this one. And then this is negative raised to the power 5. What's negative times negative times negative times negative times negative? All right. 5 negatives. Isn't that negative? Okay. Right. Now then, same thing. R squared all to the power 5. The power rule means multiply. That's going to give you R 10. 2 times 5. Please do not raise it to the power 5. It's not 2 to the power 5. It's just 2 times 5. Okay, remember, this is the shortcuts. How about the S? How many S's do you have here? Power rule says multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay. Right, that's the second one done. There we go, I've done that one as well now. Okay. Okay, now remember, now you are just multiplying. So I did the power rule first. You're going to do the product rule now. Both rules are being incorporated into this question. Right, what's positive times negative? 1 negative, it's negative. Right, we're multiplying. Okay, so remember you've done that now. Ignore the signs now. R6 times R10. Okay, I'm not doing the distributive law here, really. I'm actually going to use that arrow. I'm just multiplying 2 things together. That's a big... Let me just get that size of that eraser down. Okay, so okay, right. So remember, R6 times R10 is going to give you R16. It's 6 plus 10 this time. You're multiplying it, add exponents. What's S2 times S25? Add the exponents. 2 and 25. That is 27. And I hope that's the answer. It should be. There you go.